Hello everyone, this is Pugly Chef here. Okay, this is Obi and this is Tashi, and this recipe, I would suggest you guys get a pen and paper and write it out immediately, because this is something guaranteed you guys are going to want to make and want to make again and again. So this is basically like a thick custard recipe, something you can use with fruit salad, something that you can use. You can just dip anything into it. You can get some donuts, you can get some fried bread, you can dip something into it. I've used it for a lot of things. When I have friends over, they polish it off literally, and you can put whatever flavor you want into it. If you want to thin it out, you can put some more milk into it. If you want to make it thicker, you can reduce some milk as well. You can make it as sweet or as less sweet as you want. And for those who want to know whether you can make this eggless or no, this is basically like a custard. You get the ready-made custard packets. This is similar to that, but this is with egg. So it's a lot richer and a lot thicker. So you cannot make this eggless basically. If you want it eggless, then please buy a packet and then go ahead and make it. So this is basically like a thickened custard. And so the ingredients are really simple. It's 3 1/4 cups of whole milk. There is a 1/4 cup of corn starch. There is 1/3 cup of sugar. You can adjust the sugar as per what you want. And there are 4 egg yolks. Okay, so that's basically it. You need a whisk, and you need a basically like a thick bottom pan kind of a thing. I make this recipe so often that I actually got a pan specifically for this, because this pan really works very well for custards. And it's really simple. Okay, just to give you an idea how easy it is, you basically just add everything to the pan. So to the milk, I'm adding the cornstarch. To the cornstarch, I'm adding the sugar. I'm really sorry, I'm holding this by myself today. Okay, sugar goes in. Okay, the egg yolks go in, and that's about it. You start the gas and you start whisking it, and it thickens on a medium heat. You basically thicken. You just make sure you whisk it as soon as you put everything into the milk, and just keep whisking it till it thickens. It's as simple as that. It'll take a few minutes. I'll show you once I get closer to it. Start the gas and just keep it on a medium and keep whisking it. That's the critical part of it, that you just keep whisking it. Don't stop mixing it, otherwise it will stick and it will kind of curdle. And let me just start the gas and I'll get back to you once it's slightly thicker. I'll show you what it looks like. So as you whisk it, it kind of froths up. It makes like bubbles. And the trick to know when it's really done is when these bubbles go away. So you keep whisking it and you stop once the bubbles stop. You will realize when it's done. It kind of gets together and it gets shiny and glossy, and it comes together very well. Okay, we're almost there. As you can see, the bubbles have stopped. It's kind of gotten glossy and thick, and it's ready. It's almost there. Just maybe a few seconds more. Yeah, right here. See, the bubbles have completely gone, and it's completely glossy, and it kind of got this bloop 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 on top, and that's when you know that it's done. Okay, I'm going to remove it in a bowl. I'll show you how to remove it and make sure that you don't get the film on top. There's a trick to that. Okay, I wanted to show you the consistency of what it looks like. Okay, so this is when it's hot. Remember that when it cools down, it will get thicker. Okay, and this is the stage at which you put in whatever flavoring you want. You can put in just about anything. Vanilla, of course, is classic. You can put in cardamom, orange. I love orange zest in this as well. Coffee goes really, really well as well in this. One of the main issues that custard has is that if you keep it, just like this in the pan, it will form a film. So to avoid that, you need to basically pour it into something else and put a cling wrap on top of the custard. Nothing will happen. The cling wrap will not melt and nothing will happen to it. So basically you just pour it out. It helps to have a nice silicone spatula. And pour it out into a flatter dish so it will cool down faster. This is of course for the kids to lick later. And you just take the cling wrap, cut off a big enough piece, and right on top of the custard, it has to touch the custard. Okay, absolutely touching the custard. You put the cling wrap And that's it. You keep it at room temperature. Once it cools down, you put it into the fridge. Obi,
Huh?
what are you doing?
I'm licking the spoon.
As I had mentioned earlier, this recipe can be adapted to like a crème patissiere, which is basically the cream that is used to fill eclairs. So you can make it thicker. The original recipe, I've adapted this recipe from something that I saw online. The original recipe actually was for a crème patissiere, and that called for 2.25 cups of milk and a quarter cup of sugar, not 1/3 cup of sugar. So you can adapt this. You can make this thicker as well if you want, or if you find it too thick, then you can make it thinner as well. Okay. Okay, so this has been chilling in the fridge overnight, and we're gonna eat it. The kids are waiting for it. Okay, as you can see, I kept this thing cling film on. And Tashi, can you move your head, please? Okay, so it comes out quite easily, the cling film. It basically, what the job of the cling film is to basically stop the film forming on top. So you see, there's no film. It's absolutely smooth. And yeah, we're gonna eat it now. So you can see it is thicker than a crème patissiere, but it's not as thick as a custard. And that's the consistency that I wanted. You can also add some whipped cream to this, and it'll be really nice.
Mama.
Obi! 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 Yeah, you can eat it, okay? Come on. There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Take your small spoon. Okay, you can take the big spoon, okay? Yeah. Obitashi, how's it?
Yummy.
Yummy.
Yummy. Yes, it's yummy.
Obi, you are also yummy.
Hey.